All right, here we go, part two. We just looked inside the Maxpedition water bottle holder that holds the Nalgene bottle. Again, all this stuff you can see right here is held on by these tack ties that goes into all the modular webbing. And this is why I chose this backpack, because the capabilities of Maxpedition with all the PALS webbing and the ability to make each kind of pack your own and add on the things that you like. So we talked about the outer things all the way on the outside. There's only one thing I forgot to mention in the last one. On the back side of this is this. This is the Maxpedition roly-poly dump pouch. I can scroll down and you can see it. This is attached to the side of the water bottle because, again, even these bottles have the PALS webbing. This opens up and becomes this huge dump pouch. Okay, and the reason I have it on the back of the pack is because when I'm walking, I have access to it while it's on my back without having to remove it. So there you go. That's what this is. If I can put this up real quick. Folds up pretty nicely into this tight little compartment. There we go. Okay, so there's the outside of the bag. Moving on. Also, I added a carabiner to the outside of the bag. Let me scroll this up so you can see. Here we go. Carabiner to the outside of the bag. This helps if I want to attach the bag to something or attach something to the bag. If I don't have anything in my pockets, I usually throw my keys on here. Things like that. So moving on. The bag has these compression straps, which is nice because when I'm using it as a backpack for the weekend, where I'm going out of town for the weekend, it tends to get pretty full, especially with all the stuff already in it. So these compression straps are great to help lock everything down. So we'll take this top one off. It also has two compression straps here on the side to help with that as well. One on each side. Okay. Now, the front pouch of the backpack, which you can see is right here, opens up like this on both sides, and there's a lot of stuff in here. Let's talk about what I've got. I've got an emergency bivvy. Just you never know what type of situation you're in. This will help stay warm if you have to. Again, this backpack goes with me on like trails and things like that, so I've got some aerosol, sunblock that comes in handy. Also, bug spray comes in pretty handy. Let's see what else I got. Okay, this is an Adventure Medical's first aid kit. Now they have a lot of different kits. No kit comes with every single thing you'll ever need in every situation, but they do a really good job here. With the addition of a couple small things, I'm pretty confident this kit will be able to take care of me in most situations. In here, I also added a pill bottle. You can hear it right there, with just some, Advil, normal medicines and things like that. I also added in here a little first aid wrap, in case you get a twisted ankle or something to that effect. So added those things on. That's about it for what I added in here. So that goes with me. Also in here, I've got little first aid, or not first aid, excuse me, breathing mask. Kind of cover you up in case you're in an environment that you don't want to breathe in your surroundings. Little nylon plasticware, reusable plasticware. Better than the crap that comes in a little plastic container, so you never know. These will come in handy, especially if you're backpacking or something like that. You need to have this with you. Here on the inside pocket, you can see inside this bag, they also have all these other little compartments here that you can put things in. Have another knife. This is a Gerber. I don't really remember the model or anything like that. This is an older knife, but it's good to have a knife that you really can just beat up on. You won't lose any sleep over it. This is that knife for me. Also, it has a little bit of a serrated edge, which none of the other knives I carry do. But there you go. Okay. Also in here we have fire starting capabilities. Okay. In this bag right here we have a lighter, some matches. This is actually some dryer lint that I have a vacuum seal machine for foods that I actually put in here. So when this opens up and expands, it's actually a lot more than it is. This is great fire starting tinder right here. Also, attached to the key loop in the bag, I've got a fire steel. This is a Light My Fire steel and striker. It also has an emergency whistle built into the back of the striker. That's kind of hokey, didn't really work that great, but I've got another whistle for that, but great for starting fires. The last thing I have in here, we can thank Sensible Prepper, Such for this one. This is a penny can stove that you can make out of nothing. It weighs practically nothing. It doesn't have any associated costs besides some things around the house. Reusable. It's outstanding. Essentially, it's stuffed with insulation from like your attic. It's 2 bottom of soda cans that have been sealed together. This is a JB Weld cold weld product that's on the outside here. And stuffed with that insulation, it has these holes built into the top of it. And you fill it with a little bit of denatured alcohol, and you light it, and you throw a penny over the middle and to cover these middle holes, and it creates these burners out of the sides. It'll burn solid for about 15 minutes, and then you can reuse it if you need to. This thing's outstanding. I love these. I'm going to make a few more of them actually. May even make a video on it. But they're great. Don't cost anything. Don't weigh anything. Great addition to your pack. Now I will say, one thing that's not on my pack that you won't see that needs to be there is a little container for that denatured alcohol. The bottle I had was compromised, has a little bit of a leakage around the rim of it, so unfortunately I didn't want to keep it in my bag. I need to get a new one, and the can it comes in is too large. Normally that'll be in this front pouch right here, just because I'm out of space in that other one. Okay, now you might be thinking to yourself that, man, this looks like, you talk about having more room for yourself in this bag, but it seems pretty jam-packed. You'll see when we get to the main compartment in the middle how some of that's different. So moving along, right here in this front pouch, I've got my sunglasses. These are by Tafasi. I don't know if I'm saying that right. These are great because for a reasonable price you get a hard shell case, 3 lenses with different purposes. These are sports glasses, so they've got like a golf and tennis lens, they've got regular lenses, and they've got high contrast lenses in here as well for a pretty decent price. So great sunglasses. Seem to always forget those. Little bandana. Also, one thing that's not in here right now that I should be in there is my, or at least one of, this isn't my only one, but a concealed carry holster. In case you need to take your firearm out of your bag and take it with you somewhere, and you are a concealed carry permit holder. So this is just one of several holsters that I've got, but one of these would be in here as well. All right. Okay. Now, let's move on to the very back. Okay. Now when I move this strap forward, I can do this. Okay. You guys see that there's a zipper that runs along the back here. This is a very thin pouch in the back that's intended for one of 2 purposes. Maxpedition, a lot of their stuff is concealed carry compatible. That's what this pouch is for. It also is for a water bladder if you decide that that's the route you want to go with this compartment. And you can run the tube up through this hole in the top. That's this right here has a Velcro that you can lift up and the tube will come out, and it'll run down either strap if you want that. But for me, I use it for concealed carry purposes. You can't really do both, I don't think. But let's pull the bag in a little bit closer so you can see in there. So, all right, here's my bag. If I open up this back pocket, actually, let me do this. You can see in here, my STI Rogue is in the pouch. Let's see if we can do it like that. There you go. See it in there? Inside here, if I take the pistol out, you can see this Maxpedition's universal holster. Now, this holster is Velcro, and it's completely adjustable by nature, and it goes on one of these little back field hook and loop pieces that are in there. So you can see how the pistol goes in. Very simply, just slides right into that opening right there. And it keeps it nice and tight, you know where it is at all times. Now that holster, despite it being a little bit small looking, actually can even hold my SIG. Sometimes I'll take the SIG with me if I feel like it, and it's a little bit extra weight, but sometimes I'll want to do it just because. The SIG, even with this light mount on it, full-size SIG with the tactical rail and the light can be carried in that holster. So awesome, awesome, awesome universal holster by Maxpedition. Highly recommend that. Coming right up, we'll continue on with the middle compartment of the backpack.